Hello and welcome to Moviefone. Moviefone TV is your ticket to all that's new at the movies. Here's what's hot on screen. Set 64 years before Katniss Everdeen, a lowly tribute and her beleaguered mentor set out to turn the tide in their favor in The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I am honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games themselves, Dean Casca Highbottom.
We were surprised that Suzanne wrote another book. There were no plans when we finished The Mockingjays. She was moving on to other stuff. And 2019, she called us and said, I'm almost done with the book.
We were all in the depths of COVID. I got a phone call from Suzanne saying, you know, both Francis and I've got something I want you to read.
Nina and I were shocked, excited, read it, and then I got more excited.
As the mentor, Mr. Snow, your role is to turn these children into spectacles, not survivors.
I love villain origin stories and, you know, was super excited and up for the challenge, as well as rebuilding Panem in a way.
I have summoned you all here for the 10th annual reaping ceremony, in which we choose 2 children from each district to fight to the death in the Hunger Games.
From District 12, Lucy Gray Baird.
The question as you sit down to read a book or watch a movie that is about a character who you already know you don't like, you hate him actually. But what I found, you know, that she did so effectively was, on the one hand, to show him in all of his dimension. He is not, you know, a Boy Scout by any stretch. He is a flawed, complex, self-interested survivor. And he is really turned upside down by the events of this story.
You want to protect people, and it's essential to accept what human beings are.
As long as we could find an actor who could do all of that, and we were very, very fortunate when we finally saw Tom.
Physically, I could see, you know, how he, with his big blue eyes, could kind of become, you know, a Donald Sutherland Snow, but also a very intelligent guy, very sophisticated, and that was one of the extremely important elements, that if you are believably going to become Donald Sutherland, you have to be intelligent, you have to be sophisticated.
It's the things we love most that destroy us.
We needed a singer, and we also needed a great actress and somebody that could play all the different sort of sides and facets to Lucy Gray.
You duck away from Reaper.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I back up again.
She's a bit of a mystery and a little mercurial and extroverted and a charmer and a performer, and Rachel could do all of that.
You could take my palm, but his name's a mystery.
When Suzanne first told me that she was writing this book and almost done, she didn't want to tell me the story, but she did say there was a big music element to it. I then discovered that Suzanne is a big fan of country music and had written a bunch of the lyrics for the songs in the movie.
You went to the dogs and I lived by my charms.
We've never had a character who is a performer who's going to get up on stage and sing. And that was a huge opportunity for us.
It's a mystery, and mysteries have a way of driving people mad.
It still feels like a Hunger Games movie, but it has its own sort of unique twist, tonally, obviously narratively, but also in the world building.
Mr. Snow, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
Hanging tree.
Moviefone Spotlight. A new job places a blue-collar single mom in the crossfire of desperation and greed in the revealing crime drama Pain Hustlers, starring Chris Evans and Emily Blunt.
I will not give up on myself. I will not give up on my dreams. I will make my life count.
You're gonna get through this. It's who you are.
I will make my life count.
We came through it through a journalistic lens. It came from an article written by Evan Hughes, and then our screenwriter, Wells Tower, was a journalist himself.
And we knew nothing about the opioid crisis in the UK. And I read Evan's article. It was my introduction to something that had been going on for years and years in America. So it was shocking to me, and it felt immediately compelling to craft and build a story.
Only 2 years of high school?
Well, I left to pursue a career in sales.
Cutco, what is that, like steak knives?
Yeah, it was other kinds of knives, too.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a shot, please.
I think it was really important as we created our characters to introduce the audience to characters that we could still empathize with and understand.
It's a long odds lottery ticket buried under 1,000 rejections. And you gotta have the grit and the balls to reach down and scratch it.
Our process started with all of us, but Wells in particular, really reading through thousands of pages of court transcripts, interviewing lots and lots of people. Even though it's inspired by, and a lot of these characters are fictional, they're based on real people.
A case in point is Dr. Lydell, who's the dodgy doctor who writes all those prescriptions. But we didn't want to fashion a monster, someone who just seemed like a villain. And that was what we wanted to do with most of our principal characters.
Work like your back's against the wall. Own your territory. Own your territory. Own a territory.
Really what ended up taking over was this story of Liza Drake, this character, this fictional character that we created.
We love that character because she is ultimately, aspirational, ambitious, a little bit greedy, but she has dreams. She wants to do the right thing. She wants to do the right thing for her daughter. She wants to follow the path of the American dream, which we're all presented with. But in doing it, when the rules are broken, things can go wrong.
I will make my life count. I will make my life count.
Up next on Moviefone TV, we look at the historical war drama All the Light We Cannot See with director Sean Levy. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it.
It's so important to hold on to your humanity, to your empathy, regardless of the uniform they wear or the side of the world or conflict that they're on.
Find it, watch it. A blind French girl and a teenage Nazi soldier form a kindred connection over the radio waves of World War II in the dramatic limited series, All the Light We Cannot See.
In this time of darkness, of invading cities, I'm trying to remember. Light lasts forever. Darkness lasts not even for 1 second.
I felt going in that if I could find someone to play Marie who was herself low vision or blind, that it wouldn't just be the right way to approach it, it would be the better way to approach it, because it would be the authentic way to tell this story. And so we put out an open casting call and got well over 1,000 auditions.
I sent in an audition tape in my bedroom, but I didn't think I was ever for a second going to get it. And so I prepped a little speech thanking them and hoping that they would still continue to look for a actress who was blind or low vision so that this role could get played authentically. And I was going to ask if they could see someone like me being good enough to go to community theater and maybe audition there. And I never got to give that speech because
you got the part.
That was it.
She had such a presence on screen. She had an intelligence and a fire in her that felt like a hero and felt like it could bring this hero to life.
I know that broadcasting could get me executed. But I will not be silenced. I hope you will tune in again tomorrow.
I had to learn everything for the first time from the ground up as I was doing it. So that was remarkably exciting and thrilling, but also a lot of pressure because it's such a unique circumstance as a newcomer, as a first timer, after like my first audition to be playing this leading character surrounded by people who have been doing their jobs for years and who are at the top of their craft. So I just put so much time into trying to learn my craft and create this character from the ground up, and thankfully we have beautiful source material to work from.
And I think it was just really beautiful to see how eager Arya was to learn. And just every day when she was there, I could just tell that you wanted to understand how it all works, and you want to get better, and you want to improve and
so cool.
get the gist of it. And it was just really, really
to say
thrilling
that
to
you
see.
Learned from
So
someone
cool.
like Sean, and then also
really, really
I want to give credit to Lewis, because I also was able to shadow Sean filming Lewis's scenes. So Lewis and Sean were both there to be sounding boards.
When I was a child, I was trained to locate radio frequencies. The things that I've seen haunt me.
I think the challenge was just take him seriously in terms of his feelings, his thoughts, his worries, and therefore humanize him and not only portray the uniform. And that's another thing, he was forced to put that uniform on. And that is something that I found quite thrilling when I first got the part, and preparing the part was his sort of never wanting to let go of his moral compass. And that's just a constant fight that I was eager to explore.
The real challenge of adapting something this good and this brilliant is to be able to confidently say that you know the characters well enough to have them do things they don't do in the book. So setting the characters free can only happen if you're sure you know who they are, what they would do in those circumstances.
Your voice was my escape. You are going to find her, and you will kill this girl yourself.
I was also really dedicated to bringing this character to life, not only as she is depicted on the page, but as the first time we've had this sort of authentic representation in a film or a TV series of this caliber, and particularly in a leading role. And I think I said something to Sean early on that was I never had a role model in the media, whether it was a fictional character in a book, a movie, or a TV show, or a real life person to look up to that was like me. Not once have I ever felt represented, and I am now that person for someone, and I have to be that person for myself. And every day, that was something that we faced together.
I don't know how long I have, but I will remain here, where it all began.
I saw an opportunity to make something that doesn't look like anything I've made before, but that also said something thematically that I believe in, which is, in spite of the many ways the world can break our heart, particularly in wartime, and the cruelty that people can do, that there is the critical importance of believing in the light we can't see. And it's so hard, but also so important to hold on to your humanity, to your empathy, regardless of the uniform they wear or the side of the world or conflict that they're on.
This is where it ends.
Know you are out there. There is no escape.
The most important light is the light you cannot see.
Coming up on Moviefone TV, we look at the sibling dramedy Quiz Lady and the comedy thriller The Kill Room.
We always shot what was on the page, but yes, there was a lot of opportunity for ad-libbing.
Moviefone recommends. Two dysfunctional siblings discover that a TV game show just might be the answer to all their problems as Awkwafina and Sandra Oh star in the heartfelt comedy Quiz Lady.
Yes?
Hi, I have some bad news.
We lost your mom.
What?
Sorry, that was terrible phrasing. I meant we don't know where she is.
When I first read the script, Awkwafina and Sandra Oh, yes, they were already attached to play the sisters. So that was great because I could read it and imagine them in the roles, and I was just really excited about that idea.
Annie, it's finally happened. Oh my God, it's okay, I'm here. We're orphans. Oh my God, you're Orphan Annie. Oh
She's not dead. She ran away.
Well, I would say that it's got an emotional grounding. Like, we care about the relationship between these sisters, but from there, their journey, their sort of underdog road movie journey, takes them into places where the humor does get a little more complex, a little bit more broad, and then comes back to the relationship.
Your mom owes me 80 grand. When you have it, you'll get your dog back.
I don't have any money. You could sell your eggs. I mean, it's not like you're using them. No, there has to be another way.
Well, the thing about Awkwafina is that she has such strong dramatic skills that we saw in like The Farewell or in Swan Song. And then, of course, you know, the comedic chops, like we have seen so much. And what we haven't seen is that, I think, that combination to that extent that we have in Quiz Lady.
What is the square root of 196?
14.
Correct. How many hearts does an octopus have?
3.
Correct.
What? Saffron, Saturn, Aphrodite, Apollo, Aries, carbon dioxide, the equal sign.
Correct.
Will Ferrell is the kind of person who can just gently be naturally funny. In this type of role, is playing slightly against type. I think he was really interested in the idea of this character being a little less broadly comedic, but he's also just such a fine actor, and one of the most emotional scenes of the film is between him and Awkwafina.
Oh my God!
What? You know this game.
This is how you're gonna make the money. I'm taking you to the quiz! Look out!
We always shot what was on the page, but yes, there was a lot of opportunity for ad-libbing, for just, you know, taking a moment and running with it. So a lot of laughter, especially from Awkwafina. She would break a lot. There were some times where it was a struggle to get through a take. And it's one of my great pleasures was just watching Awkwafina crack up.
Win or lose, we'll do it together. That is definitely broken.
I bet you I could pop it back in myself.
No, I can't. Wait. I'm going to throw up.
In case you missed it, an art gallery owner and a mob hitman become unlikely business partners in the thrilling dark comedy, The Kill Room, featuring Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson.
When you make art from a truthful place, people find out something about you.
Jonathan Jacobson wrote a brilliantly fantastic script. And I thought, oh, this isn't just one of those, you know, shoot 'em up, kill 'em, male movies. It has this clever tone to it.
We need to find a new way to deal with the money.
The reason why Jonathan wrote the script was because he read an article where this woman was stabbed at Art Basel and she walked around for I don't know how long, but people thought it was an art piece.
Customer of mine was short of cash, gave me that instead.
And where's she at?
The city.
Nate was mentioning you were having a cash problem.
Well, my business is no business of yours.
Well, not right now, but I think we might be able to help each other out.
She is an icon. I think she's one of the greatest actresses of our time. She was a champion of the project from the start, and I am truly grateful for her for saying yes.
What am I supposed to paint?
You want to make money? Just paint someday.
All right, I'll paint. Damn, that is ugly.
That character started out as Herschel, a 72-year-old Jewish man. And then when Uma came on board, she was like, is Sam Jackson an option? That was her question to me. And I was like, yes, Sam Jackson is most definitely an option.
This classy art gallery run by this young lady will take a reasonable cut for herself and cut us a nice, clean check.
Joe is a brilliant, classically trained actor, and I don't think many people know that. And I thought it would be really fun for people to see that.
This thing that looks like a Smurf with diarrhea can sell for $1 million, and the IRS wouldn't bat an eye.
As a director, you hope that your team and the people behind you support you and get on board, and they were on board from the start.
Are you really mansplaining money laundering to me?
Stay tuned. There's more coming up on Moviefone TV. Thanks for watching Moviefone TV. To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviefone.com. Find it, watch it,